All right. There won't be no Twitter because Twitter's still down from the Squash Cloud Live, apparently.
Says we're live. Morning.
Hey, we're live. Okay, so it's just I'm getting notifications that Twitter's down. Okay, we got it. All right, guys, we're live. At least we're live. Listen, the Cloudflare didn't hurt StreamYard and YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony X Morning Show. I'm Tony T here with you here every day here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Giving live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks for you here from. We got college football. Oh, we got some beauties from the MAC today. 3 of them on the board. Also, NBA coming in with a 6-game card. Some attractive college, well, a few attractive college football games, college basketball games. You know, you get those Madison Square Gardens. I think we got Coaches versus Kansas. We always get 2 good games there, and it's usually the same teams. They just switch around every year. Kansas, Duke, Michigan State, Kentucky. These plays kind of a round robin year every year. So good matchups there. Also action on the ice. And guys, make sure you guys hit us up with that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps to build up our audience when you do that. And of course, click the link in the description there and you'll get to our site at TonySpicks.com. And that's where you're going to find our best bets and our premium plays there. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony X Morning Show. We'll say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Well, not too much, Tony. Can't complain. Another winning day yesterday. So bounce back from my little losing day on Sunday to start the week. So, hey, can't complain. Look at Dallas rolling along. Defense looked a little better and a little bit improved. But, hey, I'm not going to hold it. So let's see how they do against a good team. It was the Raiders. So I'm not going to be like crowning the champs yet. Watch out. Here comes Dallas. They beat up on a pretty rough-looking Raiders squad there. It is good old Gino and company. Well, he got the 1 interception. I was hoping he was going to get 2. As I said in the happy hour, it was worth a shot to try to get him to get 2. He only got us 1. Hey, it is what it is there. Some half decent NBA action yesterday was pretty good, and today we got a smaller slate of card. But college basketball decided to take over on a Tuesday because there's a few big games on tap there. So he said some tough looks in MAC to kickstart the week. As always, it's Tuesday matching games. They're always the midweek games are tread lightly because you never know what happens there. Really, it's always the roll of the dice. Weather's usually an issue. Injuries usually an issue. It's just midweek games. We enjoy the football, but some of it's tread lightly. Sometimes you're not betting as much as you normally would on a game that's on a Saturday. That's all I'd say there. Tread lightly. But there's some spots to make some money today, so let's tackle the books. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed. Let's say hello here to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Not much. Coming off an 0-2 day yesterday. Had the Sixers at 4.5. Couldn't get it done, and then took a shot with the Raiders. Just couldn't put anything on Dallas on the road there. They didn't hang. We did get 3 things from the hit list. Got 2 goal scorers and a George Pickens touchdown, so we almost swept that. But Brock Bowers couldn't connect, and then Chris Kreider couldn't get us a goal to sweep. But pretty decent day there. Just ready to bounce back.
Absolutely. Let's say hello, El Ninos. El, what's going on?
Yeah, doing all right. Hit with our NFL. Unfortunately, gave it back with my Kings there in the NHL. So, backed one of my teams, went against the other. I guess I should have gone against both my teams. But, hey, it's not like I always back or fade my teams. And thought I had a couple good plays there on them. And unfortunately, hockey didn't come through. But we'll try to do better today.
Absolutely. Let's say hello here to Alessandro. Alessandro, what's going on?
Mute, homie.
You're on mute there.
Still muted.
Mute it.
My bad, guys. I went on a 30-second little rant there. Cowboys, that's all I had yesterday. 1-0. We'll have a lot more plays in today, though. Putting them in now with this site. So, yeah.
Yeah, we were part of that Cloudflare down, but we're getting the sites back up now. Solo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rough night in NBA, but, stacked 2 wins up in the college basketball and had a football game with Dallas -3. New card. Let's fire. Let's make some money.
Absolutely. Yeah, I split the card. Had the Raiders. Can't. I'm just again frustrated this year with some of the Raider picks I've made this year. It's just can't get. I guess Carroll in his 70s. This isn't Carroll in his 40s, 50s, and 60s.
They can't block.
They can't block. Yeah, and it's at least I saw some hope with the defense. With the defense there, right? You thought that maybe the defense would show improvement like after that Denver game coming off the bye, but nope, resorted back. So I don't know. It may be being one and done for Carroll. I don't. I think that's it's too much of a hurdle at this point of his time. It was a great coach, but I think the greatness kind of slow it down here when you hit the 70s. So see what happens. I did have the Heat money line. Thank goodness. I did that one landed 2. There were 1.5, but I think it might have went up throughout the morning there. But got that done. But we'll look to bounce it back, have a better day today. So let's get to it, guys. We'll start with the action. Why not? It is college football here. Gets high handles, believe it or not. Ohio and UMass. This UMass team has been trash, as everybody knows. Ohio laying 33.5, total 51.5. Akron and Bowling Green, question mark here on Pine for Bowling Green. Quarterback Willie Won't play. Backup didn't do too bad in the last game. Here, Bowling Green laying 3 here, total 46.5. Western Michigan and Northern Illinois. In this one, we got Western Michigan road favorites of 6.5, total 38.5. And we start with Rod.
Yeah, I'll take Western Michigan there. Heading into Northern Illinois. I know Northern Illinois at home, but 3-7 on the year, 1-3 against the number at home. I don't think and their offense isn't very good either. Western Michigan, I think, is able to control this game right from start to finish, running the ball, and that'll open up some plays downfield, and they'll just take advantage of a bad Huskies squad here. I think they win by 10+. So I'll lay the 6.5 in that one. Not touching UMass or Ohio because UMass is ass, but do you want to lay 33.5 with Ohio? Can't do it. Pass on that one for me, but I'll grab Akron here plus the 3. As you said, Bowling Green dealing with some issues at QB, and I think that'll hurt them. Both these teams, middle of the pack. I think Akron comes in and gets himself a win. I forget the 3. Give me Akron on the money line. I think they come into Bowling Green and beat them outright.
All right, there is rain in the forecast in the Ohio game tonight. About 80% chance there. Move on over to Chris.
Yeah, the only one I'm looking at there is that Western Michigan, Northern Illinois game, and I agree. I'll take the points there with Western Michigan to cover there. They're just better against FBS opponents and conference opponents. 4-2 against the spread there versus conference, and 6-3 versus FBS. So we'll take them. Otherwise, just leaving the other 2 alone.
And get there with Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, big line move on that Akron game, and as long as you're still getting the 3, I guess I'd still lean that way. You mentioned the rain in the UMass Ohio game. I'm still leaning over in that one. UMass is 7-3 to the over, so I think Ohio can get its offense rolling here and do most of the heavy lifting, getting us over this number. Right, they're laying 33.5 or so. Total is won't need that much more to get us over this total. So if you think they can cover this number, I like the over better. And Western Michigan, yeah, I'll look at them too, but I'll look at Western Michigan in the first half here, laying the 3. A little bit juiced, but I'll lay that 3 there in the first half rather than lay the 3.5.
There we go here from El Nido. Let's move on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, the only game I actually have a premium on it. I'll give it out though. I'm on Akron plus 3.5. Just questions about the Bowling Green quarterback, Drew Pine. Is he going to play or not? Ankle problems. And then I like what Ben Finley has done this year, so I'll back Akron here plus 3.5. No way I could bet on UMass Ohio. I'll just let that go. Honestly, same thing with the Western Michigan Northern Illinois game. I just don't know what you're going to get out of Western Michigan. They kind of had their best performance last week, and now they're top of the MAC conference. I could see this being a letdown, so I'm just letting it go.
Here we go with Alessandro on over to Solo.
Akron and Bowling Green. Like you see, I see everybody's on Akron. I totally understand Bowling Green. Our quarterback is banged up, but I think Eddie George has a nice little physical football team, commitment to the run game. I think they run the ball hard. I'd probably take them on the money line, but the 162 is a little too far for me, so I'll pass on that game. But I will lay it with Ohio. UMass can't really score. I don't think they score over 3 points in this game. Ohio probably runs it up in the second half.
Here we go here from Solo there. Yeah, if Akron can put a crooked number on UMass, I think Ohio can do it as well. That would only lean there, Ohio there, and making that big cover there. When you look here at UMass, you lose 40. You get bound by Akron. You lose 45-3 at home to a Northern Illinois team that couldn't score. I mean, that to me is trouble. Now, Ohio has a little bit of talent there. You know, Parker Navarro has had his ups and downs, but pretty much in this spot, they can, like Phil said, I think they can name their score here. I can only look here at Ohio in that spot. And the other one here, I'm going to take the home dog here with Northern Illinois. I don't know this Western Michigan team really very much hard to figure. You know, they beat they beat Toledo right on the road, and then they get pounded in their other two road games on the other road game. So to me, it's a very difficult team to figure out. I mean, who was it they faced here? I know it was the Toledo game, right? They struggled. Let's see what I put down here. UMass, Western Michigan struggled offense. Yeah, offensively on the road, it's not been very good here. 19 points a game, 3.4 yards a run. It's been ineffective play as well. So I can only look here at Northern Illinois here in the spot, getting the points in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue moving on over to the NBA for tonight's card. Of course, we do have a 6-game card here. And let's see what we got here today. We'll do 2 blocks of 3. We'll start with the Warriors and Magic. We see the Warriors laying 3.5 on the road, total 223.5. Celtics and Nets. The Celtics 11, 10.5 out there as well, total 223.5. Grizzlies and Spurs. The Spurs going to lay 5.5, 6, total 233 in this one. We'll take a look at some of the injuries in this one, some notable ones as we'll get to here in a second. Kuminga and Melton out for the Warriors. Hield is probable. We got Banchero and Moritz Wagner out for Orlando. Jalen Suggs is questionable. As we look here at the Celtics and Nets, we know Tatum is going to continue to – they haven't ruled him out for the year. He shows out, as you guys know. Highsmith, Seraph, and Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas still out for Brooklyn here. Hey, you got to improve his trade value. You can't do that on the bench there. When we look at Memphis, San Antonio, it is Clark, Jerome, Morant, Pippen, Small out from Memphis, and Castle, Harper, McLaughlin. Wemby is going to be out for a while with that calf. You know, when you have those calf injuries, you worry about Achilles. So they're very, very cautious here. When you're his size, you got to worry about that Achilles. I get it. But, man, I hope it doesn't hamper his career, these injuries, especially with his size and putting all that stress on that Achilles and those ankles. So it's a tough situation to be in. You do love the size, but you're playing on hardwood, which makes it difficult there. So we'll start it off here with Rod.
Yeah, only one I like in that time slot is give me Memphis on the money line. Spurs going to be down on themselves. Wemby, it's your star player in there, so I think they'd be discombobulated, and Memphis is just one of those spots that all of a sudden they get themselves a win. 1-5 on the road, and this thing's only 6. I guess it's because no Wemby in there, but I'm going to take Memphis on the money line. I think they come into San Antonio and outright and get them a nice little win there in that one. Premiums on the other ones. Celtics and Nets we also had in this little block as well.
Celtics and Nets in this block, yeah.
Looking at that one there, I'm going to take the over 224.5. I don't think a whole lot of defense is played in that one. The Nets can score enough points. They just got to get up to about 100 and something, and then the Celtics can do the bulk of the heavy lifting there. Total seems light to me. Give me the over 224.5 there in that matchup.
Yeah, from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, look at that Golden State Magic game. Give me Golden State to cover there on the road. Magic just not covering. They're 2-5 at home, just not covering there. And then I'll agree with the over there in the Nets Celtics game in that one. Probably leaving that Memphis one alone there. Memphis may have a chance. Jaw's out, so that could give some other guys some opportunities to make some things happen. You got Wemby out, you got Castle, big key players there. So, yeah, probably I'd lean my Grizzlies, but I'll probably leave that one alone. I think the better play in this slot is the Warriors with cover the points.
There we go. Here from Chris. We move on over to Alninos.
Yeah, if you I kind of lean with the guys here on Memphis. Actually, I like it quite a bit here. I do expect the guys to step up here, especially not only just because no Morant, but also I think knowing they won't have to drive into Wemby every time they want to get the hoop. I think that'll give them a little boost as well there. And sorry if we went through the whole card.
We just went through. You got to go. Yeah, just go.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, then I'll also take the points here against my Lakers as well. I think they're just laying a few too many points. Jazz coming off a competitive matchup. I think they can keep this one within single digits as well.
There from Al Ninos. All right, now, what do you got for sale today?
I got a couple in the NBA as well as my best bet in the NHL. If you want to check those out, might get there with a college football, but I've been pretty quiet during the week with that. So Those are definitely my 3 strongest plays of the day. If you want to check them out individually, again, grab one of those long-term 2-for-1 cap passes. Pair me up with any of your favorite cappers you see on here on the show. We got plenty of them to choose from today. So stay tuned for the rest of the show. I'm sure these guys got some great picks for you.
All right, I'll have a good one. We'll catch up with you later.
All right, have a good one, guys.
All right, we move on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I'm not in love with the Magic. I don't think they have a good perimeter shooting, and obviously they're going up against the Warriors here, which is what they're known for. Give me the Warriors -3. I was looking the Pistons' way. I'm expecting Cunningham to play. I'm expecting Thompson to play.
That's up on the next plot. We'll get that on the next one. We split them in 2.
What's the second game? My bad.
Second game, we got Warriors, Magic, Celtics, Nets, Grizzlies, Spurs.
I mean, I'm on Grizzlies here, +5.5. Not in love with it. Cam Spencer's the starting point guard tonight. That's really all I got to say about that. Boston and Brooklyn. This one, I would have to lay it. It's just, I don't know. Again, the only game I care about really in this slot was the Golden State game. So just disregard those other 2 games. I'm not betting them. So there you go.
There we go here from Alessandro. Next up, we move on over to Solo.
Boston and the Nets. Just don't really like what the Nets got going on, but they're consistent. They're going to play hard in the first half. They're going to tail off in the second half. They're going to give up some points. I'm going to lay it with Boston.
There we go with Solo here to tell you here what I think about some of these games here. I have some faith in the Warriors. They've seemed to reverse their form on the road of late, and I think they finally figured out we don't want to be a playing team anymore. You can't just drop in games in the Western Conference because you're going to pay for it. So you at least get into 1 through 6 because a team like Golden State is going to need that week off because usually, with the playing round, you get a week off. They don't start the round of playoffs until the Saturday, right? The Saturday, Sunday, they have the double headers. So you want to eliminate that play-in team, especially when a team like the Warriors. So I see them focused on getting into the playoffs this year, not screwing around with the play-in. I look at the Warriors here in this one. They're 3 straight wins on the road. And, you look at Orlando here. This is a team that's had issues shooting the basketball at home, just 45%, 32% from 3. Shouldn't surprise you because that was their issue in the postseason, right? They couldn't shoot. So that's what I'm a little worried about the Pistons because their shooting numbers are pretty low too, but they're winning games with rebounding and hustle. But you got to make shots in the league. You really do there. Let's see what else did I have in this one. When I see Brooklyn, I just think over because they can't play any defense. Time to stat pad for the Celtics today. It's going to be clear lanes to the basket. Brooklyn looking to try and build trade value for their guys. That's all they want to do is get rid of their veterans and get some trades, get some picks in return. So there's no defense. Nets giving up 53% shooting at home, 124 points per game. I think Celtics put up a lot of points on the board here, like the over in that game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony More Show. We shall close out NBA with these final 3 games. Pistons and Hawks. We see the Pistons here laying 1 on the road, total 231.5. Jazz and the Lakers. Lakers 12.5 here. It's gone up from 12 to 12. There's a 13 in circa in Vegas. Sharpest book in U.S. has a 13 now. Total 237.5. There's 238s popping up. Suns and Blazers. This is your late night, 11 Eastern for you folks. Phoenix and the 12. Well, it's prime time. You want to be on NBC, you're going to have to play their game and do the 8 o'clock. Their prime time is not 10:30. Their prime time is 11 Eastern. So if you want the free over-the-air NBA, you're gonna have to live with these 11 Eastern games. I'm sorry. This Portland here laying 2.5, total 236.5. We'll take a look at the injuries here for these games. Looking here at this Pistons and Hawks game, there are some significant injuries here. We got Harris, Ivy, Klitman, Sasser out. Cade Cunningham is questionable. Also Thompson is questionable. On the Atlanta side, we know Young's going to be out for a few weeks with that ankle, but we got Okongwu, who, again, here's a late bloomer, right? He's really putting up some numbers for Atlanta. Porzingis and Rasacher are all questionable for Atlanta, so some big injuries in this game. We move on over to Utah and the Lakers. We got Nang, Anderson, Filipowski, Hendricks is out, but more importantly, who's out for the year is their big guy, Kessler. Their starting center is out for the year, no longer showing on the injury report, so not a lot of rim. You're going to have Nurkic, the old man, and have to protect the rim here against the Lakers. He was decided to be a backup. Now he's inserted into a starting role. We'll see how that rolls. James and Vincent are questionable. Of course, James has been cleared for practice. whispers whether or not he's going to play. Let's see if there's any other media reports coming out. It's a game time call. So
man,
he was recalled from the G League. So that's what he was. That's what he was playing. So maybe they need to sell some tickets. It is the Jazz, so maybe they want to try to sell some tickets for this game. But I'm pretty sure they're sold out. Suns and Portland. Some notables here. Grayson Allen is out. Jalen Green out. We know Green's been out, but man, these are two impact scorers here for the Suns. There. So you're going to see Ryan Dunn and Royce O'Neal in the starting lineup for Phoenix, which kind of thins out their bench. For Portland, it's Scoot still out. We got to get Scoot in there. He's been out for a while. Thibault and Wesley out. Now Drew Holiday's doubtful. There's some impact injuries today in the league. We go to Rod.
Yeah, for me, in the late night block, one premium and one that I'm looking at here for you guys. Looking at the Lakers and the Jazz, 12.5. Hey, look at the Lakers winning their last two on that road trip by 10 plus coming into this one. What have they been doing? Playing some defense. Solid defensive numbers down the last 5. 4-1 to the under. This total's on the rise. I'm expecting a track meet in this one. Even if LeBron comes back, I think this is a slower paced game. I'm going to take the under. I'm not in a hurry to bet it. If this keeps going up, it's one of those ones when it's rising. I'm not in a hurry to bet it when I'm looking for an under. But at 238.5 right now, I still love it under. So I'm gonna grab the under here. Jazz and Lakers, lower scoring one. As I said, this Lakers squad starting to play some defense like we've seen them try to do last year, and they just had to chuck that out the window. But I think they try to stick to it this year a little more than what they did. Play some solid defense, score some points, get yourself some wins. So give me the under in the Lakers, and then give me Marketing, the only guy that's actually playing anything on the Jazz. Over points, rebounds, and assists. I think he has himself a good game for the Jazz. The only guy playing good for the Jazz.
George is playing good ball.
George not bad, yeah.
Keontae George. Yeah,
George's not bad either. Sorry, I was dissing you, George.
Markin has had some monster games, though. He has had some monster performances. Maybe now he's the one people have been talking about possible trades here for the Jazz. Has been marketing. That was when the season started. You know, they were projecting Utah and Sacramento as your tankers in the Western Conference, but I don't think
teams that will be happy to scoop him up.
Yeah, that's what they may be looking to do here is build trade value. Markin has always had a history of injury problems back in his time in the NBA. Move on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Pistons-Hawks game, I'm going to take over 231.5 there. Both these guys on pretty good win streaks on both of them, so hard to lay aside there. But I think the over. I think we get back and forth. I think it's close. I think they're going to both try to take each other out there. Leaving that Lakers Jazz one alone to see it doesn't matter to me if LeBron plays or not. I want to see how he is when he gets back into the fold of things. These guys have been rolling without him. I have, I'm hoping that it's better ball movement and a lot of things change and you kind of get a bigger in there. And hopefully LeBron doesn't mess anything up. I don't think he will, but I think they definitely need some ball movement there. So we'll leave that one alone. And then I'm going to take the over as well in the Phoenix Portland game there. And Portland's just been, they're 4-2 is what the Suns are to the over on the road and 4-1 to the over at home for Portland. So I think we see some points in that one.
There you go from Chris. Move on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I'm taking the points with the Jazz plus 12.5. Not scared to sprinkle on the money line. Just leave it at that. I mean, I think there's enough pieces on this Jazz team. I would like to see a little bit more out of Ace Bailey, but we'll see. I like Walter Clayton Jr. as well. 2 good rookies. I'm on the Suns. I don't know. To me, there's still plenty of pieces coming off this bench. I like Jordan Goodwin. There's no props for Jordan Goodwin, and that's a guy I'm looking at tonight to score at least 10, 15 points. So to me, that's a green flag when you see a guy that's going to take a bigger role tonight, and his props aren't even out. They don't know where to put it at. That's why. And the second that thing gets posted, I'll be taking the over on Jordan Goodwin. And I think Phoenix Suns have a good night tonight. So I'll take them on the money line and the plus 2.5. And that's it. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, there you go. From Alessandro, move on over to Solo.
Pistons and the Hawks, 110 for the Pistons. They're a really good team. I've been collecting a lot of money. That makes me a little nervous. I'll probably stay away from that game until we get some more information. The Jazz and the Lakers, I think LeBron is playing. I think the Lakers showcase what they really have tonight. I think it's a good right spot. The Jazz have been kind of struggling on the road. Not really good depth down low. I think these teams probably could get up and down, but the Lakers have been playing better defense, especially in the fourth quarter down the stretch. JJ Redick has made the adjustments. I think the Lakers pull away. Let's lay it. And I like the Suns on the money line. I think these teams also get up and down, so I'll probably take the over as well.
There we go here so I'll tell you what I think here about some of these games here. Yeah, I'm going to look at Detroit here. Detroit has had really good success on the road facing these bad rebounding teams. They're 3-0 this year on the road against teams getting out rebounded by 3 or greater. So I'll look at Detroit there in that spot. And boy, this one is, I just don't really like these games at the bottom here. The Lakers, I think, got too inflated. It's hard. I just can't back the Jazz. You just can't shoot on the road. And they're missing the big guy Kessler. Nurkic protecting the rim. I'm a little nervous about.
I like the matchup against Ayton.
You know, against Ayton?
Yeah, I like the matchup. I think he'll have a pretty solid night.
There you go. So I'm staying off that one. Also, I'm staying off the Portland Phoenix game. It's just, again, Phoenix has not been good on the road. Portland here, about okay numbers at home this year. They've been spread wise. They've been good here, but these injuries just got me off this one. Tune in to the happy hour. We need some clarity in this card.
No Drew Holiday. Somebody said in the chat, no Drew Holiday.
Yeah, he's doubtful.
That's huge. That's a gigantic piece for the Trailblazers.
Yep. That's the one. No Holiday. That's the big one. You could have Sharp and Kamara here in the backcourt. Jeremy Grant, small forward. Avaji here. Viha, I should say. And Klingon.
Still going to score.
They'll score. They're going to run with these guys. Booker, Dunn, Brooks, O'Neal, and Williams. See the issue. Allen and Green out. That's why I see the line to 2.5 now, right? But again, they can still score. But I think Allen and Green are big injuries for Phoenix. I think that's those. Grayson Allen has been out of his mind of late. So he's been shooting it. So he's finally playing up to his expectations and maturing between the years. That's something he needed to do as well. Remember his Duke days.
He's dirty for sure, but
he's a dirty player, but you can't get away with that in the NBA because in college they'll just give you a suspension, but in the NBA they go after your wallet. So it's a little different scenario there. All right, let's move on here, guys. We'll go over to college hoops. Big board here. We do this time of the year is we just ask the cappers to give us what you got there, and we'll do the blocks once we get into conference play. Once we get into late December, early January is when the conference play starts. But here, just give us what you got here. We'll start with Rod.
Yeah. You ready?
You ready?
All right. There's a few here. First one I'm looking at, give me the dog, give me American heading in to take on Rutgers. Rutgers looks 3-0 at home straight up, but they've been getting these big giant spreads and they haven't been covering them. 1-2 ATS-wise. American out on the road. Hey, they're 2-1 ATS-wise this season. I think they can cover that big number there. Give me the 15. Another one I like here is give me Buffalo here at home against Vermont. You're looking at Vermont. Playing pretty good, right? 4-0. The battle of the 4-0s, but Buffalo at home is another beast. And now you're going to give me a 3 with the home dog, the Bulls there. 3-0, 2-0 against the numbers. Should be a great game. Looking forward to it, but I think Buffalo gets the better of Vermont in that one. Another one I'm looking at, where is it here? Give me Hampton here, taking on Boston College. I don't trust this Boston College team to be laying 12 points. Just way too many points there to be laying for the Golden Eagles there in that one. Hampton's a pretty good school. They'll be able to come here and keep it close. But it's 2-1 on the road. Why? Because they've been getting these double-digit spreads and been covering them. So take Hampton plus the 12. In that one. And then moving on up. Give me Iona here. I like Iona against Princeton. Not like what I've seen from this Princeton squad, especially out on the road. Princeton at home, hey, they play pretty good. On the road, not so much. 0-2, 1-1 against the number. Their lone cover was a big spreaded game. They got the cover in that one. But I like Iona here in that spot. They win by 8+ by my numbers. And another one I'm looking at here is, I know it's MD Eastern UMass because they are a mess. They're looking at, you look 1-4, 0-4 on the road straight up, but they're 2-2 against the number. And Longwood's limp today. They're going to limp into this one. You bet against Longwood after they've scored 85+ points. Why? Because they don't cover after that. 0-8 ATS-wise. You look at Longwood, they've been trying to cover these big, giant numbers, and they've fallen short. On a little limp, as they say. Give me UMass there in that one. Grab the 18. Another one I like here, dog hunting. Always got to find them dogs here in the college basketball side of things. Unless you're like a favorite that's going to blow someone out, and that's Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss here. I know you look at Ole Miss and they're 1-3 at home against the spread, and you got Austin Peay out on the road here, 3-1, 2-1 against the number. I don't care. Ole Miss wins by 30 plus there in that matchup. And then we're looking at a couple in the later spot here that I'm looking at. Blowout. If you look at Idaho State on the road, 1-2 against the number. Hey, they've been 3-0 against the spread. Not here. Santa Clara is going to run them right off the court. They're that much better. I think they win by 25 plus in that one. 3-0 at home, 2-0 against the number. Watch out for Santa Clara this year. Solid basketball squad. I'll lay it 17.5 there in that matchup. It's probably look for an extended on that one because I think it's a blowout. And then give me the under 151 in the big game here tonight. Kansas Duke, low scoring game. Kansas, I don't know, man, they're in trouble in this game to be able to get to the bucket, to be able to score points against the Duke squad that's definitely much bigger here, and that's why this line has risen up. But I love the under. Low scoring one. It'll be first to 70 type game. Wins that one between Duke and Kansas.
There we go with Rod. Next up, we move on to Chris.
Okay, just a couple here, not that many. I've got Montana, Texas A&M. Give me the points with Montana there. I think they keep it close to Texas A&M there. And then definitely not landing with my Rebels at all. I'm trying not to pick a side there. I would lean Austin Peay just because of the numbers that I have there, what they do versus what Ole Miss does. Like Rod said, they're 1-3 against the spread at home. But I think we see over. Ole Miss has gone over in all four of their games so far. I think we get up and over that total of 149.5.
Yeah, with Chris on over to Alessandro.
I'll start with that first one, Michigan State, Kentucky. I'm on the points there with Michigan State, +5. I see it now down to +4. I'd lay it here with North Carolina. It is up to 27 now. Yeah, they should just beat Navy as bad as they want to, name their score. I was looking at New Haven plus the 24 against Seton Hall. Seton Hall's a little bit better than they normally are. I just can't get behind laying 24 points with them. So I'm looking at New Haven. I love UT Martin tonight. I even touched the money line. +23 is down to 21 against Florida State. Florida State, new head coach and everything. I know they covered against Florida, but I think UT Martin's live tonight. You're talking 20-1 on the money line. I'll take a shot. Detroit Mercy, Eastern Michigan. Give me the over. Detroit Mercy plays 0 defense. Give me over 153 there. IU Indy, Charleston Southern. No, I'll take the under 191. This thing's already starting to drop. Gigantic total. I get it. IU Indy can score 100 any given night, but not tonight. We'll take the under 191. We actually already cashed last time out as well on the under 186. They're putting that total too high. Couple more. I'll lay it with Arkansas -21 against Winthrop. I actually like the Montana play. I like a Money Williams over in his assist for Montana there. 17 points a game out of him. A&M's going to start to lock in on him. He'll dish it to these other guys. Money Williams over on the assist in the Montana game. We'll lay it with Cornell. I like Cornell. Tons of shooters. Army couldn't even cover the spread against Duke there on Veterans Day. Got absolutely beat down there by Duke by like 60-something points. It wouldn't surprise me to see Cornell do a 30-point blowout here. I'm liking Evansville -2.5. What else? Give me Yale here -8.5 against Rhode Island. Give me Duke -10.5. Give me Stephen F. Austin -2.5. Stayed away from Wichita State, Boise State, man. Boise State getting upset like that.
No, goodness.
Hawaii Pacific, man. It's a red flag. They're laying 10 now to Wichita State. I'll stay away, though. Monmouth, Syracuse. I can only look Syracuse's way. Believe me, I want to fade Syracuse, but what? They're 5'6" guys, 6'9" across the board. Obviously, Carmelo Son's looking good out the gate. We'll see what he does against better competition. There's tons. I'll get on with it. Sacramento State, that line actually jumped up from 28 to 35. I'm looking their way. Call me crazy. I think they have enough talent to at least hang with UCLA. We saw UCLA barely beat Eastern Washington when they were 30-point favorites. Now they're going to go and beat out Sacramento State. Shaq's son's on there. Shaq's the general manager. They got this Mikey Williams kid, former 5-star, averaging 17 points a game. Yeah, I'll take Sacramento State.
All right, there we go. Yeah, Shaq, GM, getting some money into the program. Move on over to Solo.
I'm gonna look at New Orleans and Pepperdine. I like the coach, Stacey Hollowell for the Privateers. I think he's solid. He's recruited a nice size, some athleticism. More than anything, New Orleans can shoot the basketball. They'll cover the backdoor spread. They'll sneak in there. He has familiar with Pepperdine. He coached in the backyard with them. One more here, and I'll let y'all go. Let's look at the what's the game at? I'm sorry, I forgot the game. The George Mason and what are they playing? George Mason and either way, the line is on the move. We on George Mason. I got it around 13.5. I see it's at 15.5. I can't find it right now in front of me. I put it in yesterday. They're playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville plays a little up tempo, but they don't really have the size. They don't have the athletics. Poor guard play. Backup guard is really kind of playing out of position. George Mason is aggressive. They apply their pressure. They'll force some turnovers. They'll pull away second half. Lay with the Patriots.
There was Solo here. I'm going to go ahead and lay it with San Francisco, lay the 19.5 here against Northwestern State. This Northwestern State, 343rd in the nation in size. They have a huge size disadvantage here against San Francisco. The Dons, they can shoot the 3, they can shoot the 2. They have experience. Look at this defense of Northwestern State this year. 49% allowed against Texas A&M, 56% in North Texas, 48% against North Alabama. And they faced Ecclesia College. What is it, a D2, D3 school? They give them 49% shooting. That's pretty brutal there. I will take San Francisco in a smash spot there. In the Battle of Riverside, it's Riverside and Cal Baptist. Cal Baptist is the closest school to me. I'll take Riverside here. Cal Baptist having trouble shooting threes. Riverside hitting the threes, 40%, 56% shooting inside. They make their free throws. I'll take Riverside here, getting the points there against Cal Baptist. All right, let's continue here on Coach Morning Show as well. We will continue on and move on over to the ice here. Got a few on the ice for tonight. We'll cover here 7 Eastern time. I think we've got just Ron Alessandro to cover the ice. So we'll cover the games here at 7 Eastern. Kraken Red Wings. We got Red Wings here, $1.65, total of 6. Devils and Lightning. Lightning $1.64, total of 6. Blues and Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs $1.22, total of 6. Over to Rod.
Yeah, these 7 Eastern games. You look, St. Louis taking on the Blues. Give me the over 6. I think we see plenty of offense there. I know the Leafs dropped their lone under their last time to end that streak, but still, they've been giving up goals and scoring goals. So get right back to it. Give me the over 6 in that matchup. And then Seattle out on the road. They've been covering puck lines, 1.5. But I think here in this spot, I think this Detroit squad whoops it up against Seattle. I'll lay the puck line there. Not excited to lay the puck line, but I like Detroit there to win by 2+. So I'll lay the puck line with the Red Wings over the Kraken.
Yeah, with Ron, move on over to Alessandro.
Man, Maple Leafs losing 5 straight like that. I was looking their way, but just banged up. No Austin Matthews, a couple other pieces missing. Stayed away. I wanted the Maple Leafs, though. Finally break this losing streak. I am on the Blackhawks tonight. I think they're a better team at the end of the day. Bedard's starting to take some big steps forward. The goalkeeping, I see both of these goalies over that 90% save percentage. I'll take the Blackhawks here. A little cheap is concerning. I don't know why it's only -110. I feel like they should be laying a little bit more than that, but we'll take the Blackhawks. I'm on the Rangers plus money, and then I'm on the Sharks plus money.
Yeah, we just hit the first 3. We did the early games.
My bad. I was giving you guys everything.
There we go. All right. Let's continue here on the Choice More Show. Let's move to we'll close out hockey here with Blue Jackets and Jets. The Jets, $1.85, total of 6. Islanders and Stars. It's the Stars, $1.60, total of 6. Flames and Blackhawks. Blackhawks, $1.11, total of 6. Rangers and Golden Knights. Vegas, $1.36, total of 6. And Mammoth and Sharks. Mammoth, $1.40 on the road, total of 6.5. Over to Rod.
Yeah, you look Columbus back-to-back spot here for the Blue Jackets in this one. Played yesterday, have to come in and take on the Jets in this one. Hey, last time they faced the Jets, they got themselves a win. Tough spot, though. You took on Montreal at home, and now you have to come into this one. What is this, third game 4 nights situation as well. you figure the Jets, hey, they're rested. They have had a couple days off here in this one. So I'm going to take the Jets on the puck line. I think they beat up on Columbus here in this matchup. Just a tough spot for the Blue Jackets. Big rest advantage for the Jets. That's why that line is the way it is. And then, as I also say, why is that line all fucked up? Because Calgary's going to win this game here today. They're going to come into Chicago and get themselves a win. That's why that line is the way it is. Because it's telling you all you need to know that Calgary comes in and gets that revenge is what it is. You look, Chicago already beat them once this season, and now they're going to come into their own building and beat up on the Blackhawks and get themselves a win in that one. They usually beat up on Chicago. They've won 4 of the last 6 meetings head-to-head. And as I said, revenge spot. Calgary had this circled. They love to start their road trip with a win here in this one. And, I think they get it. That's why it's almost a coin flip. -110, -110, which is funny because, as you said, it's like, why? The Blackhawks have been playing the better hockey, but hockey does that to you. Yep. Give me the Calgary Flames. You know how much I love betting Calgary. So we're going to go with the Flames in that one. Rangers Vegas. Man, this Vegas squad, speaking of teams that are not winning anything, they've been a dumpster fire, and the Rangers out on the road 9-1. Give me the New York Rangers to come into Vegas and get themselves a win over Vegas team and start to look hapless. Ooh, they're looking ugly. Vegas is someone, but they're dealing with some injuries, so don't be too down on the Vegas squad. They'll turn things around once they start getting better. And you know what? It's worth a shot there taking the Islanders heading into Dallas. You look what Dallas has been doing. Hey, they've picked up their play 7-1-2. So is this Rangers squad. That big plus price, this road trip. They had a day off. I know they lost in Colorado, but you can come into Dallas and get yourself a win. Puck line, you look, 2-8 is Dallas. They don't cover puck lines, but I think the Islanders come in to win it outright. And then give me the Sharks. Utah on the back-to-back spot, having to play last night. Went into OT, I believe, was a shootout, lost to the Ducks. Now you got to play the Sharks. Celebrating to get an anytime goal as well in that one.
Yeah, when the Kings and Ducks are on top of the division, the Pacific's down. when that happens.
The Pacific's all over the place. It's like, man, crazy.
Yeah,
I think way up for grabs.
Chaos in the Pacific Division here in NHL. On over to Alessandro.
So basically, I already gave you guys the picks last slot. Yeah, only thing I disagree with Rod was the Blackhawks. We already kind of discussed that. Might be some bait, but oh well. Looks like I'm taking the bait at home. Give me Bedard and the Blackhawks. Rangers, Golden Knights. I'm on the Rangers already. Same thing as Rod said. And then same thing as the Sharks. 2+ money plays there to end our night. Little details, though, with these Golden Knights, man. I went to a Golden Knights game a couple weekends ago. I'm not impressed with the pregame, warm-up there. I was comparing it to the Ducks. The Ducks are full throttle. I mean, I get it's, regular season game, but full throttle, full warm-ups. And the Golden Knights are just skating around, no helmet on, kind of playing grab butt. And I'm like, I had a feeling the Ducks would win that game. The intensity with VGK is just not there. I saw it in person. So I'll take the Rangers there. Love the Rangers tonight. And, of course, it's my team, so I have no problem backing the +120 price.
No, that's a good intelligence there because in a game with speed, you got to warm up. You got to take the warm-ups.
Jack Eichel, man, it's disappointing.
It's funny when you mention that because I go back. I remember Dak Prescott's rookie year. I saw, and this was Jeff Fisher's, might have been his last year with the Rams. I got to see the Rams training camp. I went for training for Rams, and I went to the Cowboys training camp. And what a difference in professionalism and attention to detail and performance with the Cowboys versus remember Jeff Fisher's Rams? They were horrible. I mean, it was just guys scoofing off, not running the routes, dropping passes, sloppy play, and coaches just accepting it. That to me is where I said, well, this is why you're a last place team, because you're just accepting this lack of execution and poor performance. Even in practice, you got to be tight in practice. I mean, that's you're trying to get ready for. But yeah, I hear you what you're saying there, Alessandro. You can catch those little intricacies of the games you catch, and you put. That's why they're playing. They're not tight enough. They don't have the discipline. Or we have a bunch of veterans. We're just going to let them, do their thing, right? No, you've got to get them in. You got to get them ready. All right. I'll ask Rod that. Have you ever noticed? You've been to plenty of hockey games. You've any pickup? You look at things like that when you go to the ice to see how the teams are coached and disciplined.
In a pregame warm-up, I like to, for me, find some hockey people, and they'll do it on TikTok, they'll do it on some YouTube, where they'll actually show you the morning skate, and then see like that's where you really want to see, where the fans don't get to see how the team's actually reacting. Sometimes when they put it on a show for fans, they're just skating out in front. They are grabbing butt. They're not really. They're not trying to put everything into it. It's just a pre-guard skate. They're just trying to warm up, loosen up a little bit. And guys have their routine in hockey. So you see some guys that really don't do nothing in that warm up, and then you see some guys that just get right into it. They just skate hard and they go nuts in their pregame routines. Other guys do not. But where you really want to see is what they're doing in their morning skate. How into it, how disciplined they are, and how many teams in hockey. My biggest thing is optional practices. I hate optional practices. And then you see how many guys it says if you get the option and the choice of optional practices, how many teams is everybody showing up no matter what? If you those are the teams you want to be watching and backing your money in the NHL. The guys that all show up. The guys that are like, it's optional, we don't have to show up, then you know that they're not all on the same page or trying to be on the same page.
You got to have at least the team captain has to show up, or the number one line, because like I said, it's just like injuries. When your top guys sit or don't show, everyone else follows the lead.
Yeah, if your leaders, your captains and your assistant captains aren't showing up for these practices and giving that same drive, your other guys are not going to do the same behind you. Big time. I've seen it plenty of times. So when you get a little break in the NHL, like here comes the Olympic break, watch what teams do. Do teams go on a vacation together? Because I'm telling you, there's teams that have guys that are not going to make the Olympics. They're not going to go to the Olympics, and they'll have 3 weeks off. So what do? They go find some beach where it's warm and sunny. They enjoy sitting on the beach. They lift some weights, do some workouts. But does that team stay together and go on that vacation? Or does half the team go this way, half the team go this way, a third of the team go this way? I seen it last year in the extended that whatever they were doing last year in the All-Star break. We've seen the extended, and we've seen teams split themselves where half the team went this way, half the team went that way. And I was like, what the heck is that? If you're a team, you go as a team together, and you go the good hockey teams that won cups. Like the teams of the Oilers back in the day, they all joined together. They went out and ate dinner together. They went and everything was done together as a group, as a team. You have to unify as a team. Hockey is one of those sports that I think all sports is a team game.
Yeah.
No one guy can win it unless you're playing tennis. And we're not.
I do remember the Olympic break about 4 years ago when Doughty came back from the Olympics, and he was playing with his line mates, and he was out of sync. He was at a different level of fitness, and the rest of the guys were not. Because they have these little camps, for the non-Olympic players, but there was a huge difference in fitness between Doughty and the rest of the guys. I noticed that a lot in that game.
Huge. So you watch for the teams that are sticking together. That camaraderie on a team is key for me. I love backing teams that have some camaraderie, that are excited. The Dolphins, they're not even in the playoffs, and there they are. They get themselves a win over the Bills, and they're riding carts. They're like, wee!
Yeah, you have fun. That's what winning does, right? Even though we're having a bad season, it's better to win than to lose. It makes the week a lot better when you win. Yeah. So when you say you have nothing to play for, psychologically you have a lot to play for, because it makes the entire week much different. And your day off much better when you win than lose.
And the Dolphins, the axe is coming for a whole lot of guys. So everybody's fighting for a job there.
Yeah, they sure are. And also make note too, also in the morning skates, the home teams have a lot of friends and families. You always see them the players talking to their friends and family that go by the boards, right? So that's a lot that goes on there too. And now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment, where our captains can give it a parlay team player prop game of the future. We'll start with Rod.
Rangers, Sharks, Leafs.
There we go. Rod, there. Move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I guess just some goal scorers in the comments there. We take Andre Burakovsky, Dylan Larkin, and Dylan Gunther. Mills actually called Dylan Gunther yesterday on the happy hour there. We cashed that. So take those guys. Another long shot play here. If he is back, I think he gets the first goal scored, and that's going to be LeBron James at plus 620. I think they just let him score first if he's back. I've got some props on him now. The books seem to think that he's in there. So
he's playing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they got him up there, so I guess they expect a big one from him. And then I don't know if anybody has access to DraftKings, but they do have that Jordan Godwin points that Alessandro was talking about earlier. They got him at 10 at plus money. He's hit that in
Take
the
it.
last 3 games. So there you go.
He's going to hit a bucket. I don't think LeBron can score goals.
I'm all over the place, you know.
I know
you home run.
You got the hockey going, so don't worry.
Touchdown.
Okay.
First touchdown.
Touchdown.
Don't worry,
At least I
we
didn't say
got
he was
you.
going to hit a home run. You know what I mean?
There you go.
We got
There
you.
we
I
go.
wasn't, but I just had to say LeBron's not scoring goals. Did you see LeBron on skates?
No, only Bo Jackson could do that. Only Bo back in the day, the old Nike commercial. Move on over to Alessandro.
1 second. I'm just trying to get this money line UT Martin. All right, I'm trying to 2-team Jazz money line, UT Martin money line. I'm trying to completely burn the casinos down tonight.
Oh no, it's generational.
UT Martin Jazz money line.
There you go. One of Chris's lines. Stole one of Chris's line. There, you're looking for that generational wealth there.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't know. On over to Solo.
We're gonna do a 2-team. We're gonna take New Orleans plus 4.5. We're gonna take Sacramento State and UCLA under 147.5.
There we go. From so we'll call it a GW parlay. Their generational wealth parlay there for Alessandro, Chico and GW. All right. You know, I like to look at college football. I got 15 games at cap last night. I'm going to go over Sun Belt overs. Give me Old Dominion and Georgia Southern over the total teams that can pass and can't defend. Well, here you go. That fits the profile there with Old Dominion and Georgia Southern. They're going over. Georgia Southern, man, that defense is just – although they got good offense, you can't say they're a bad team because they do put up points up there. But those Georgia Southern, Georgia State teams, I think defense is optional when you enroll in football programs. So we just want your offense here. That's all we're recruiting you for because we're not playing defense there. Makes the games exciting to watch, that's for sure. If you ever watch those ESPN Plus games, my goodness, man, the tackling there. Some of these guys really don't have the build for football. They don't have the muscle mass. So you can tell in some of those lower conferences, it's a lot about strength that's lacking on the defensive side. All right, we got through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony Spicks. Head into a big week of action, right? We're winding down in college football. We only have two full weeks left, right? This week and next week it's Thanksgiving, right? So we got a big week of college football coming up. We have NFL, NBA, of course, the college. The feast week is coming up, not too far away from feast week. So a lot of daytime college basketball is in our future here, not too far away. So, guys, when you click the link in the description, that will take you right over to our site at TonySpicks.com, where you'll find all of our cappers, leaderboards, and more, showcasing our top performers. And let's see what Rod's got going on today over at Tony Spicks. Rod's put together monster numbers here in college basketball for the year. 38.97 units of profit. This is all based on a $100 unit wager size. What do you got for sale?
Hoops, and more hoops. Hoops have been treating us good. We took off right back in college basketball like we did last year. This week on a nice 8-3 run in college hoops. So I got a 3-pack for you in the college hoop side of things. Love those 3 plays. So I don't over and scoop those 3 up. And then I got a solo play in the NBA. My gold star play of the day on a nice little run there in the NBA. 5-3 over the last week. They're in the NBA action, so definitely jump aboard. That gold star play has been money. I think my best bet play is on an 8-1 run here at Tony's Picks. So my play of the day, you want to scoop that up. But as Tony said, hey, so much action going forward. You better to jump aboard something long term if you're serious about making money in sports. That is the way to go. Grab that 3-day, that week. Grab the week pass. You'll get everything I got going the rest of the week. And once you have yourself a nice little win a week with me, we'll jump up to something a little longer, a month, year. That is the way to go. 2-for-1 capper promotional. Can't go wrong with that because when you're aboard long term here at Tony's Picks, you get a couple bonuses thrown in. Any prop plays we got, you get those included in your long term subscription. And then that late steam play, 10 minutes to 2 hours before puck drop, kickoff. You get that play emailed directly to you here at Tony's Picks. One of those exclusives I haven't seen anywhere else. So jump aboard long term here at Tony's Picks with me, and let's continue to stack the books to make some money. College hoops and NBA rolling along. Hockey's been kicking my ass, so I'm going to be going light on the hockey, I'm telling you.
There you go. Yeah, both right over at Tony's Picks. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guarantee. They must turn a profit amount purchased is right back to your account for site credits. Get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. I'm knocking it out of the park here in college hoops for the year. All right, let's see what's rolling on over at Tony's Picks. Continuing here, we'll see what we got rolling here. We'll see what Chris has got for sale right now over at Tony's Picks for today. Chris, what do you got rolling today?
Got you guys 2 plays in the NBA and 1 in college basketball. Wrapped them up in a 3-pack. So you get a best bet from each one of those and then a premium play. Hop on to the long term with me. You guys know I cover NBA, college basketball, college football still, and NFL and everything. So hop on there. No hockey yet. Still learning that. But yeah, you see who's doing well. Pair us up and let's go to work for you. Use the promo code TonyT checkout. Save you the 15%. And we'll just keep trying to do well.
That's right, guys. Got to go with Chris over at Tony's Pick. You see on the board here with the multiple packages up here. Long-term and subscriptions also available. That's the way to roll, especially with all these sports overlapping. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. And remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off that 15% off. Remember, all records are based on a $100 unit wager size. All right, let's see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks here. Continue on to see what Alessandro has for sale right now. Alessandro has been absolutely on fire right now in the NFL for 2025. We have this numbers 22 for 2025. Alessandro, what's for sale?
Yeah, no, NFL has been going good. Today I got a college football best bet. I already gave that one out on the show. I did put some hockey in, and I did put some college basketball in and some NBA, actually. So quite a bit on the site today. Just go grab those single passes. I'll put them in a pack, too, for you guys. But I do think I have a pack for the football game, the Akron Bowling Green game. So, yeah, just go scoop that up. Long term is always what I'm going to preach. Hop on a 7-day, 30-day pass. Get way better value. Use the 2-for-1 capper promotion and that Tony T discount code at checkout. Get the 15% off.
There you go, guys. Got with Alessandro over at Tony's Week. See the great results from Alessandro here for the year, showing green here. NBA, NHL, MMA. He's been cranking it over the last 3 days. This is the time to get that long-term pass. Great time to do it here on the 7-day pass. You guys like that here early in the week. Get all Alessandro's plays for 7 days as he crossed over in a lot of the major sports, NFL, college football, on the ice, NBA, college hoops, UFC. A lot of great value with Alessandro. So get on board with him over at Tony's Picks and use that promo code TonyT, and you'll save that 15% off your purchase. All right, let's see what's rolling here at Tony's Picks. We'll see what Solo's got going on. Solo off to a great start in college hoops for this season. Solo, what's for sale?
Kind of light right now. Probably going to add one or two more plays. Find a way to get you a 3-pack in both NBA and college basketball. Definitely going to have a best bet. Just got to make an adjustment on the site here before the top of the hour. So sign up with me short-term, long-term. Pay with your favorite capper. Pay with hottest capper. Make sure you use that 50% code. Let's cash.
Cash in here with Solo over at Tony's Picks to get on board right now. Oh, looks like we got issues there with the StreamYard right now. But anyway, get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. He's been cranking it out of the park here right now over in college basketball. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout knocks off that 15% off. There we got it back here. There we go. Back up on the board. We'll see what Solo's got rolling right now. Over at Tony's Picks, best bet on the board from Solo, profit guaranteed, or your long-term subscriptions also available there, and match them up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion and get signed up. All right, guys, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. each time. I do have a best bet on the board here, and more coming up as our site's backed up. We had a Cloudflare issue. Everyone has it, so we'll have our plays up a little later than usual today because of that. So bear with us. If there's any issues, just send us a email at support@tonyspicks.com. Also looking for cappers. If you're in the capper business, send us an email at support@tonyspicks.com. All right, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that if you would. And, of course, we have a great YouTube channel with a lot of great content up there. And, of course, if you happen to miss any of our live shows, just head on over to YouTube. Type in Tony's Picks in the search console, and you're going to find a lot of our live show replays up there. Also, content for you there up on the board for you guys. We provide you with this great content, so you guys want to check us out on the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you would. There, you'll be able to see our compilation videos are up there. Got a lot of college football and NBA up there. Chris with his hit list today, NHL prop hit list. So check that out. Provide your comments in there as well. Playlist with NFL, college football. We got NBA playlist, and of course, college hoops in there. NHL playlist. Ramon, a lot of contributions there. Fight videos, shorts, and more. Check us out there here on our YouTube channel, growing with lots of great content. And of course, if you happen to miss any of our live shows, just hit that live tab and watch the replay of our show. That's where you'll find it. Night Moves with Ramon and DeAndre. Check that out. A complete rundown of the entire sports coverage, really geared toward the late night owls and your folks on the East Coast who get up early and want to see a complete rundown on the games and picks. Check out the Night Moves every day here on the Toix Morning Show about midnight East. Was it midnight Eastern time? It's 3 a.m. Eastern time. Usually when they get started there. Yeah, it's around 3 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, Ramon likes to start it when all the games are done. So about 3 a.m. Eastern time, Night Moves. Happy hour with Rod and company. We see Brian and Ron in there. We'll see some of the cappers from the morning shows will also enter in as well. So check out the happy hour with Rod here at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Today's a good day to check it out because this NBA card is full of injuries, Rod.
Yes, definitely. It's full of injuries, so definitely tune in to the happy hour. Hopefully they'll have that all squared away by the time we get that happy hour rolling. So tune in. See you then.
Tune in as well. Of course, Chris, that hit list, very popular. Is just building them now for the NHL.
Yeah, I got you 6 NHL goal scorers today out there. Still no NBA, and we'll have football once we get that Thursday night football, Sunday football action there. But you guys will have goal scorers as long as there's hockey. I'll get you some guys there. We are cashing. We're getting better at that. So I'm going to keep putting it out there. Keep doing that for you guys. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate all the likes and everything. So we're just going to keep rolling along.
Very good. Appreciate that as well. Of course, Alessandro catch you on the mornings. You should pop into some of the other shows as well. What's the loss? Alessandro there.
Oh.
On mute. All right. We're going to solo. We catch you here on the show. We catch you on some of the happy hours as well.
Yeah, try to tap in with the happy hour, but definitely more of a morning person. So I'll be tapping in, swinging by. Let's fire. Let's make some money. Don't parlay.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like and hit that subscribe button. Set notifications. Greatly appreciate it. And check out our site over at Tony's Picks for our best bets. Our premium plays are there. So get on board and get signed up. That's right. This is Alessandro. Remember, I thought the same thing too. I thought that was Rod when I saw that up there with Alessandro.
No, yeah, we're looking at getting a new YouTube, man, because everybody keeps thinking I'm Rod, and I don't know. We got to figure that out there with the username.
That amperage there looks like
Just know Rod MMA is me. Yes, I don't think Rod wants anything to do with MMA really. So
It's right there. See, it says at Hot Rod 76. So on X, and it's my name. I use my name everywhere, just name only.
Before I ever met Rod, I went by Rod my whole entire life. My last name's Rodriguez. So
there you go. Yeah, that's true. A lot of A-Rod. So there you go. All right, guys, hit that like, subscribe, and tune in to Happy Hour 5 Eastern time. Any closing thoughts from anyone before we close it out?
But I'm the true odd, see, because it's Rod, not ROD. It's the 2 D's thrown in.
2 D's.
So it's Rod.
Double D.
And yes, the last name is wacky. So Rod is I'm a little odd and I'm a little wacky. So hey, tune into the happy hour. Let's get some NBA rolling.
Happy hour. Get those late news on NBA and goalies as well. So check us out there. And sometimes they drop in those NFL injury news as well. Sometimes they drop in as well. They're practicing today, right? Today's Tuesday. No, yeah, they'll. Well, some guys going for treatments, right? So
Tuesday walkthrough treatments. We'll see what's going on there as well. See who's in. See who's out.
Yeah, Wednesdays, Thursdays are the key practices to see who's in. Those are key days in the practice menu there. So check us out here on Tony's Week. Yeah, the NFL's pretty much a 7-day work week. I heard a coach say that. Yeah, it's changed. We used to take the day off on Monday, not anymore. So they work hard.
I know I've seen a QB question. He's going to go for a second opinion because he might be under the knife, I know, for the year. So watch out QB-wise in the NFL.
Was it Aaron Rodgers with that broken wrist on his left wrist?
No, I want to say it was
who was it that injured here? Let me double check here on my.
There's a QB I know that's injured, and they said you should go for the surgery, and he was like, "Oh, I don't want to do some injury."
Or was it Penix?
Penix.
Stroud. Yeah, just the questionables right now going into this week is Stroud. Remember that concussion. Rodgers with that broken. We think it's a broken wrist on his non-throwing hand. Jackson Dart with the concussion. We'll see what he's still questionable coming in. What else do we have here on the board? Dylan Gabriel with a concussion. We could see Shador this week, right? We could see Shador as the starting quarterback.
Let him go. Let him play.
Let him play. You got to let him play, right? You got to let them both play. Let's see what Shador can do. You're not going anywhere as a team. And at least let's see who you got there. You got Judy. You got a receiver there. So, let him play. Let him practice with the first team. Get the full reps in there, And of course,
am I crazy thinking the Browns can win this game outright?
Nah, I'm not crazy. I'm staying away from it.
Come on.
I mean, I'm thinking under right away. Just Raiders are favorite 3 in this game. Wow. Shedeur will stick it to the Raiders. Stick it to them.
Team that was supposed to draft him, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of set up.
Yeah.
It's kind of way set up. What the heck?
I don't know.
It was just set up just like this. Just Paul George making his start last night too, eh? Paul George.
Right.
Paul George is going to make a start against the Clippers, and the Clippers aren't going to get up for this game and get a cover. Man, they were that close to getting the outright win.
Where you go, 2 for 9?
Right? Yeah. What do you go 2 for 9? Yeah.
Yeah, the Clippers let another one get away. The Clippers let another one.
Oh yeah.
They were in charge the whole game and let it get away at the end.
I was on the other night against Boston though. They got that cover.
Vegas didn't want to pay out the money line there, Tony. They were like, no, we don't want to pay out the money line. Come on, you can have the cover, but you're not getting the money line.
Atlanta's on a bye week, so they're taking their bye week this week. So I don't. Oh no, they're not. They're playing New Orleans. Yeah, and Kirk Cousins is penciled in to start. Kirk Cousins will start. That's the story there. Kirk Cousins. And
he looks awful.
May start.
He hasn't done anything for well over a year and a bit, and he's coming in. He's looked awful.
So Penix is feared to have sustained.
I'm not done with him.
Penix is feared to sustain.
I'll fade on every time he's in there.
Season-ending knee injury for Penix, possibly.
Possibly, right? He's going to go for a second opinion. It's like, okay.
He had knee problems in college.
I think it was Achilles. Right?
Was it knee or out of Indiana?
I think was it a torn Achilles or was it knee? It was one of those two.
I think it was knee in college, but I remember watching the game Sunday when he got hurt. They looked at him, they put him back in the game. He took himself out the game, so it's kind of interesting with the second opinion.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Gonna wake up. Bye, guys. Making a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Fixed Morning Show.